people would think, okay, my goodness, how did she come up with such a beautiful story at the spur of the moment? I already knew the story. I only had to connect it with the topic. Now, here comes the magic. The same story can be used for several topics. I can talk the same topic when the topic somewhere relates to loneliness. I can tell the same story when it's about festivals. I can talk the same story when it's about sweets. I can talk the same topic when I'm afraid to make new connections. I can tell the same story when the topic is about hello. There's maybe 10 different topics. I can give the same story and still make a fantastic impression on the audience and give them a message also. So this I would call it as hashtag it. So whenever you have a story, hashtag it, hashtag loneliness, hashtag judging a book by its judging, sweets, festivals, you name it, whatever comes up your mind, you hashtag it, you keep it in a journal, it will come in handy. So the more stories you have, just think about it. If you give one table topic every day and one table topic story, you prepare a story. One story can answer 10 topics. And now if you have if you have tried 365 topics, you will be capable of answering 365 into 10 different topics. That's how much content ready you'll become. So that's the most strong, that's a powerful part about table topics preparation. And then when it comes to a contest, there's a particular way we are expected to open, close. What I think when I think about opening is, what is a good way to open is any speech for that matter. Give a startling fact, give a quote if you already are comfortable with it. Avoid repeating the topic, because the audience, the judges would have listened to it a number of times and they wouldn't really appreciate to listen to it again and again in a contest. But in the club environment, definitely you can reinforce and remember the topic by repeating the same thing. And also just a greetings is in a contest, again, will take out a few minutes time. Maybe just contest your fellow Toastmasters could be added in between at the arresting line or the attention grabber to the beginning, and then come up with contest your fellow Toastmasters and then continue the story. So these are the three ways that's best to open a speech. And again, closing is book ending a speech by coming up whatever statement you gave out first, coming up with the ending. Towards the ending, it's a good idea to give out the table topic because you also show that, hey, I can remember the topic even though it's been 2 minutes. I can still wrap up. I can bring the connection. That's a good way to close. Again, if you have a good quote, fair and well. Key to remembering quotes is you have to make the effort. You have to practice them, then they come on easily. People who are very good at it, they just practice, they use it often. So that's how they get better at quotes. That's how you close a speech. Now there are other things that are getting evaluated in a table topics contest speech, which is, if you go to the judges ballot, I would highly recommend before entering the contest, download the judges ballot from the resources tab of Toastmasters website, and it'll tell you how these the judges, the anonymous judges, are judging the speech. So they look at speech development, they look at structure, they look at how you open the speech, how the transition was, how was there logic in that. So for example, you might give a fantastic speech, but if that particular answer doesn't answer the table topic, maybe you are deviating, again, you will lose out heavily on points. And was there audience response? What is audience response is mainly, are you engaging with the audience? That's the whole point. And then, of course, there's body language, use of hand gestures to stand up when you're speaking. If it's a virtual environment, use your hand gestures effectively, complementing your message, not just to use it, just point here and there. That's not the point. If little is better than more, make sure it's complementing your message. And then comes the vocal variety, intonate. The most important thing about vocal variety is your pitch, which is a little difficult for us because our mother tongue is not English. So pitch is where you intonate things, you stress the words correctly. So you try and express, feel the word from inside. If I was angry that day, express that. I was so happy that day. Bring out a facial expression, automatically even the voice changes. So bring out all these, because those also carry a little significant number of points. And then comes the correctness, the grammar. Grammar is actually a very small portion of the whole table topics contest. So even if your strength is not grammar, you can still go with the contest. It's just 5 points in the score of 100 points. So feel brave enough and take the challenge. So all of these put together is what they are judging based on. So main thing is address the audience, control your nerves, use one of the templates if it hits you. More than anything, use story banks. Even if in the template itself, story can be included in the template. So if you don't know how to start, go to the template, stick to one template and include a story. Take 10 seconds. Also, this is another thing. Take 10 seconds to think about any story or feed the topic to your mind. That 10 seconds, you might think it's not doing much to you, but what is happening subconsciously is you're feeding that question or topic to your mind and asking it, hey, give me some ideas. I need some ideas in the next few seconds. The brain will be operating background. You won't know. And suddenly, without you having a clue, it will give some ideas. So that also happened to me. I thought I stood for around 15 seconds in my contest, and I thought I was blank. I was not getting ideas. But what happened, I started off, I used the probing approach. I started, what is that? Where is that? And suddenly my eyes became bright because my brain pulled out something and gave me an idea. So you just have to have faith. This is how the brain is going to work. It will give me an idea. So and sure enough, I got a beautiful story and I put it across. And that's how it works. Take 10 seconds to think and then calmly start the speech. And in between, you will get your story as and when you speak. And also, I don't have to tell you this because I've been constantly telling you, practice how much ever you can. Test out what works best for you. For some people, some things work, or templates don't work. For me, only stories work. Fine, whatever works for you. But these are the different approaches which you can adopt for table topics. Now that brings me to the end of all the best kept secrets that I had kept so far. I hope this was useful to all of you. And I think I answered most of your questions in the way. Let me know if I haven't.
Thank you so much, TM Deepa. So any questions from the audience for the educational speaker?
I have a question, Senthil, here. I face a unique problem. Like it's part of what Gayatri has told at the beginning. I start off my table topics speech. I just go in for about a minute. Suddenly, I get some thought like how to work around the speech. I continue with the speech, and by the time it comes like it should be the concluding part, I forget my topic. What was the topic given to me? Sometimes it's a simple topic like why black is the favorite color. It stays in my mind, but sometimes it's like an elaborate topic wherein I was trying to figure out what I should bring in, and I come up with a story or some idea. I just get into that idea so deep, and then I totally lose track of what the topic itself is, and I just go for a abrupt conclusion saying like, this is my take on your topic. I conclude that way. I forget the topic itself. So that's one problem I'm facing quite a lot of times.
It's not an uncommon problem, I must say. The only thing is, again, I think this is the problem of nerves coming into place. You already are feeling, you're almost aware of the fact that, okay, I think mostly I'm going to forget the topic. That's the fear. It's there in your mind already. So give a lot of practices and this is going to reduce after practice. Try out how many times will you forget. You see, it will reduce over time because the thought has come into your mind. Okay, I might forget is what happening. But then even then, let's say it's a very long topic or you lose the bridge. But just I would say rephrase the topic in your mind, make it simpler. That's what I do. I rephrase the topics to make it a shorter thing in my mind. I wouldn't keep the same topic in my mind and I'll answer that question. So rephrasing really helps.
Thank you.
Anyone else, or can we go ahead? Is there anyone who would want to ask doubts?
I have something that I have done. Invariably, I find a lot of us getting distracted, or the thought process that right in the beginning I said it sort of goes off at a tangent. Over experience, and what you rightly said, only practice makes us perfect. What I have found useful for me, this has come out of a lot of trial and error and falling and then rising. All of us, like you have given us so many ideas and templates to work on these. Most of us think that we have to speak about everything that we think about that topic. It took me some time to understand that I don't need to. I am not just being judged by the content. I am also going to be judged by the way I present, the confidence and the body language and the tone and so on and so forth. So when that thing came inside my mind after 2.5 years of constant overshooting my time, for 1 full year, I overshot my time. I found that this was the only way that I don't need to worry whether I have to give all 150% of whatever I know about the topic. Not necessary. This is where I would like you to fit in my suggestion somewhere where in your template. Compress things and say only the barest minimum. Which part of the template would you put that in? Just to give only what I need to say, only 1, 2, 3, and that's it. I should not elaborate on that. Where will I put it in your template?
Okay, I think we have to create another pointer by telling, be mindful of the time. If you're aware, when we give a lot of practice speeches, we actually, even now, if I don't get a timer card, I'm pretty sure I'll end at 2 minutes. That's how, I don't know, Umaji is in my group. So I'm pretty sure even she feels the same. We have given more than 200 speeches, I would say. Every day, if you keep giving a speech, you are aware of the timing, you stop at 2 minutes. That's, I would say, it will fall under practice. And yes, you don't have to talk entirely about whatever you know, like you clearly pointed. That's, I agree with that.
And I have one more question. Do I have to always go with the topic? Do I have to agree? That's what I mean. A lot of people do.
Not absolutely no. That's what I said. Yes or no, right? In the prep, you take a stand, whether it's yes, no, or yes or not yes or neither no, and give a reason. That works. But some people they just are so, they want to create a impression, like they want to take it's primary to impress the audience. They go against the flow. I don't know if that is an approach you would follow. I would always look into, really, do I agree with it? Then the brain offers me more solutions. So just ask whether you agree to it, not agree to it. It's not a clear yes no answer, and then start applying the template, is what I said.
Okay, just a second. I believe we can. Yes, sir. Just a second.
No, I think there's a disturbance. The mic
okay.
would have been.
Yeah, I just heard something. Okay. So thank you so much again, TM Deepa, for that wonderful session. We have a lot of takeaways, very effectively summarized by Uma ma'am as well in the chat. So thank you for that wonderful session once again. And we hope this will really help us in our contests and going forward in all our table topic speeches and speeches in general, because these are all topics at the end of the day and they're useful for everything. Okay. So going forward, let's jump into our usual meeting. I had already told, sir, if you are traveling or something, sir, can you please mute yourself?
As host, you can do that, Nitya. You can also provide me as co-host so that I can support.
Yes, ma'am. Just a second. I'll make you as a co-host, because the screen keeps popping up and I'm not able to speak and do this simultaneously. Just give me a second. Yes. I'll make
Without question, Toastmaster Deepa, it's a very, very useful session today. While Nitya is working on her technological things. So I just thought that I'll fill in.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
useful.
Thank you so
That-
I told you right in the beginning that there's always a fresh perspective. I gained 2 different perspectives. So
Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's jump into our regular meeting. As I already said, it's the week leading up to the week of love, the day of love. So I believe all of us are ready to experience love in some form of the other. So before handing over the virtual podium to our Toastmaster of the day, I want to do a couple of things. I want to first introduce the theme for the day and then introduce the man of the moment, the TMOD. So the theme for the day is, any guesses? What does love mean to you? Pretty cliche, but that's what we're going to know. So to know more about it, I would like to call upon the Toastmaster of the day, TMCB, onto the virtual podium. So let me introduce him before calling him on. So he is an industrial automation engineer, currently working in L&T rubber processing machinery in Kanchipuram. He likes to explore new hobbies. His dream is to become a public speaker, and he's also one of our associate VPs, and he's contributing a lot in multiple things in our club. So and he's almost done with his first level as well. So he's really making giant strides forward in his Toastmaster journey. And this is going to be one more feather in his cap, hopefully. So the virtual podium and stage is all yours, TMCB. Please go ahead.
Thank you, TM Nitya. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. And I would like to inform one thing, like this is my first TMOD role. If I make any mistakes, kindly excuse me. And what is love to me is our theme of our meeting today. What is love? It is tough to find the definition of love. Love has a lot of spectrums and perspectives. I would like to mention one quote. Choose a job you love and you will never need to work in a day of your life. Imagine, like every morning, every day, we will be so excited if we love what we do. Let me show you one picture. Sorry, I couldn't able to share my screen, but like I'm about to share the picture of Mark Zuckerberg. Like he's a founder and CEO of Facebook. As per research, 99% of Facebook employees like him because he's so passionate and he is loving what he's doing. Follow his work because of his vision and passion. But only he achieved his success. So next person I'm going to tell is about Steve Jobs. Like, as you all know, he's a founder of Apple. He just did what he loved. He fell madly into what he was doing and he achieved a great thing. So he lets us speak on each other with comfortable phones. Like, because of his love only, that dedication and hard work came out. So I would like to mention about one more people. He is none other than the legendary cricketer Sachin Tendulkar. There is no word to explain his love towards cricket. All his success he achieved is only because of his love for cricket, right? So all these characters telling us no need to chase success. We have to achieve excellence. Excellence will come only we love what we do. So I would like to know from you all, what are you so much passionate about? What keeps you so energized? Could anyone share?
Sharing knowledge keeps me energized. I feel that knowledge shared is knowledge doubled. So that is the only thing which grows and which gets doubled. Nothing else. No. So I feel energized when I share whatever little that I know with others.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That is brilliant. Like, even I like to share knowledge with others. Like, thank you so much for your answer. Like, any other? Like what are you so passionate about and what you are so love to do? Okay, thank you.
Can I,
Okay, anyone?
can I take a lead?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So I'm very passionate about photography. So that's my passion, and it started to develop, and I was studying in class 9th, I believe. My father found that I have um, a slight interest or a great touch in photography. So it started there, and then it developed. And whenever I take my camera out, it just gives me a good um, and positive energy that I like to always go click. I have to travel so that it makes me feel energized. So photography is the only passion that brings or enlighten me every day.
Thank you, TM Pavitra. That is wonderful. Like photography is the wonderful thing. Like we have to be in that moment when we need to capture a good picture. No, I can totally understand that. That is wonderful. Okay, let's move forward. I would like to share the format of the meeting for the benefits of guests. Our meeting is divided into 3 parts: prepared speeches, table topic session, and evaluation session. So prepared speeches is for the speakers who already prepared their speech and deliver in front of the audience. And in table topic session, table topic master will give instant topic, and we have to speak spontaneously, and guests can also participate. In evaluation section, anyone who's participating in the meeting will be evaluated or recommended some feedbacks. So now I would like to call our general evaluator, DTM Gayatri Ravindran, to introduce their tag team and their roles. Over to you, DTM Gayatri ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sibi. Good evening, Toastmasters. As general evaluator, my job is to coordinate with the evaluation team. In this particular team, we have 3 role players: the timer, the counter, and the grammarian. Together, we form the tag team, TAG. Today, the timer, it is said that a Toastmaster wears multiple hats. And today, I am doing the timer role as well as the GA's role. Toastmaster Uma Natraj is the grammarian. Hopefully, she will do also the counter, or we will leave counter as something to be looked at a little later. So for the tag team, we have timer Gayatri, grammarian Toastmaster Uma, and the counter also Toastmaster Uma. We will come towards the end of the meeting when the speech is over and the table topic segment is also over. And that's when I will conduct the evaluation meeting segment. And then I will give my total general report. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, ma'am. As you all know, like tag teams are the backbone of our meeting. And also thank you for handling so much roles. Now let's get into the first segment of our meeting, the prepared speeches. To introduce the speaker one, I would like to call TM Nitya, the evaluator for the speaker one. TM Nitya is writer by passion and an engineer by qualification. She always loved to diverse stories, and she believed that every single happening in life teaches something. She also loved doodling and chai. Over to you, TM Nitya.
Thank you for that introduction, TM Subi. Okay, so so my concerned speaker, I'm going to talk about her. So this is going to be her icebreaker speech in her pathway. Just a second. Okay, so this is going to be her icebreaker speech in her pathway that she's chosen, which is innovative planning. An introduction about her is that the speaker is TM Pavitra, by the way, and her introduction is that she's been working in multiple roles in the sales stream, She's an extrovert and a passionate photographer, which I believe we all know at this point because she's spoken about it. Her love for it is very evident. The speech is for 4 to 6 minutes. Timer, please note. The green card needs to be shown at 4 minutes, yellow at 5 minutes, and red at 6 minutes, and 30 seconds extra grace time, as always. And apart from that, we can't wait to see her how she's going to deliver her speech because she's been a very enthusiastic person from day one. So over to you, TM Pavitra. The title of your speech is Journey of My Life. Journey of My Life, TM Pavitra. TM Pavitra, Journey of My Life.
Thank you so much, TM Nitya. Good evening, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. That was actually an inspirational speech given by our TM Deepa. As TM Deepa said, I'm going to set aside my fear and focus on my topic. Without further ado, let's begin with the journey of my life. Are you all ready? I hope you're all ready to. Okay, that's great. One second. Yeah. I grew up in a city that is home to temples, dosa, filter coffees, and beaches. It is a place where history has been made. It has also, gained the world's second longest beach. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, any guesses? I would like
Goa.
Okay.
Chennai.
That's right. It's Namma Chennai. That's right, Toastmaster. That's Namma Chennai. We can witness the most attractive British period buildings. The population of Chennai is predominantly Tamil. Tamil is the most common language, but many, including myself, speak Tanglish slang, to be honest. It's basically English with Tamil accent. I was born and raised in Mylapore, a place where it is surrounded by the 7 most prominent Shiva temples, each having the utmost significance. The prominent among them are Sri Kapalishwara temple. The first part of my life journey begins. As soon as I entered school, I went with a crying face. Fear begins. Adapting to friends was slightly difficult for me. After struggling to finish my day at school, teachers made us wait for our parents to come pick us. Apparently, a parent noticed all the chaos I created and saw this incident happen. A girl sitting next to me raised her voice by saying, "Stop crying, she'll come." And when I looked at her, it was my younger sister who yelled at me. I was taken aback. The second part of my journey begins. From getting scoldings for not understanding maths or science to flunking exams, both fear and confusion started to develop. My parents, after seeing me going through so much struggle, finally decided to put me on tuition for multiple subjects. And to be honest, I have covered almost all tuition classes in Mylapore. Even now, my parents tease me by saying, "Do you remember, Pavi? You used to attend math class here when you were studying in grade 4. That's crazy. Nothing helped me. So my perspective started to shift in developing extracurricular activities. I joined violin class, showed an interest in photography, painting, drawing, badminton, so on and so forth. The list goes on. So nothing helped me. The third part of my journey begins. I successfully stepped into the final 2 years of my school life. Luck was in favor. Failure turned into success. I scored 95 marks in 3 important subjects and made my parents happy and proud. I started winning photography competitions and made really great friends. I was on cloud 9 and I was tremendously surprised to see a lot of how my life started to change. the fourth part of my journey begins. College and the first 2 years of my career pushed me down. I was surrounded by a lot of negative people struggling in choosing the right path, the right career path. I couldn't cope with anything happening in my life. I was scared to see the real world. I was still figuring out how to deal with my profession. My father always used to say, Pavi, don't quit. Try to stick to one company. And I never listened. I worked for a company and quit the job because it did not satisfy me on a monetary basis. I joined another company looking for a proper role and couldn't stick around. So I resigned. After 3 years of battle, I landed in India's top unicorn company. I am grateful for this life. Life happens at its own pace and at its own time. Just be patient and observe how life takes. I would like to end with a note by saying, life is like the ocean. Waves will try to knock you down and push you back to where you started, but once you fight through them, the entire ocean is yours. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Nitya.
I would like all of us to give a standing ovation as for all I did.
Thank you.
We do this for every speech, by the way.
Thank you so much. Means a lot. It means a lot. Thank you all. Thank you. I'm still like
That was a wonderful speech.
I'm still like shaking, but thank you.
Over to you, Toastmaster CB.
Thank you, TM Pavitra, for that wonderful speech. It's great to know about your journey. So let's get back to our thing. What does love mean to you? In our real life, most of us cannot be Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, or Sachin Tendulkar. But we can challenge ourselves with what we are passionate about. The worst thing happen is the failure, right? The failure is the part of success. So now let's get into the second segment of our meeting, which is table topic session. The most exciting session. For that, I would like to invite TM Partha, who is engineer by profession, a speaker who loves to read books, travel, listening to music, and watching cricket. Over to you, TM Partha.
Very good evening, dear Toastmaster and guest. I am super excited. What about you? Today's topic is so exciting topic. That is love. This word love. When I heard this word love, I remember a lot of things in my life. It always took me back in my memory lens. My school days, my college days, a lot of secrets start flashing in front of me. And I am coming with a super excited table topic for you. But there is one twist. What is the twist? I will not share any topic in front of you. I will share few pictures. And as you know, picture tells 1,000 words. So, watching this picture, you have to remember similar incident of your life. Now I know you will say, no, TM Partha, I don't have this type of memory in my memory lane. Then you have to make it. You don't have any other choice. I will help you, but you have to come up a story with this picture. Are you ready, guys? With super exciting table topic. I hope you are super excited also. First, please give me access for sharing my.
Just a second, partner, sir. On the way, doing it. Just a second. Yeah. Yeah, I've made you the host.
Yeah. Yeah. Please raise your hand. Who want to come first? Or I will pick anyone. Okay. Let's take. Ekta, there is one picture in front of you. Just imagine you and your loved one. Just two characters is there. And you imagine any story or you have any real life story you can share with us. Timer, please note the time will start when Nita started. Okay?
You have a different image because I really don't know what to talk here.
There is a beautiful image of this picture, Asiki 2. There is hero and heroine and it's raining.
Okay.
My skin is visible to all of you. Please. Okay.
Okay, let me attempt. Nothing wrong in attempting it. I'll start. Okay. So it was June 2013, or I'm not very sure what time of the year it was, but Ashiki 2 was such a rage, especially the song Tum Hi Ho. You could virtually hear it across tea shops to malls and everywhere. Arijit Singh had just burst into the scene, and this movie was, it was trending like crazy. I was in my first year of college, and it was such a novelty to hear the songs from this movie. And there was one observable pattern, I would say, where all the posters across had the very same pose of the hero and heroine put in the in the poster art, which was very weirdly intriguing because it was a photo of the hero holding the blazer for the heroine. So I was very curious and I decided to watch what the movie was about. While I watched it, I ended up getting two perspectives from the movie. One thing was the hero really loved the heroine, but then the guy was also an alcoholic, and he wasn't his love wasn't strong enough for him to go against the grain and give it up, and he just ended up being very cowardly and committed suicide. But the other part of it was me getting torn by the fact that it was not a great story, but the hero and heroine had great chemistry, and you put rain into the mix. It was one truly beautiful love story. That was the first thing for me. Second thing was the music made it seem like a very romantic story, and it looked very aesthetically appealing as well. So that was another thing. And the third thing that strikes me even when I look at the poster now is the fact that I would say the overall aesthetics, the appeal, everything for this movie really worked, and the chemistry, it just made it seem like the love was very believable. So that is what I feel when I look at this poster.
Wonderful, TM Nita. Wonderful. You just do the justice with this picture and you come up with other thoughts in your mind, and wonderful. I love the passion, the way you speak. Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Now I want to go to the next speaker, and he's Techno Povatu. I don't know, sir, your name. Can you please rename it? It will be better for understanding all of us. And your topic on the scheme, it is all about self-love. Please, you can start.
Okay. So I have to speak on what topic?
It is all about self-love.
Okay.
My screen is visible, okay?
Yeah, visible.
Okay.
Actually, I don't have light at my room. That's
okay.
Why.
No issue, sir. You can proceed. No issue.
Okay. So yeah, self-love is most underrated and most underestimated thing in the world. Self-love is very important, very prominent. When we see, the thing is that when you don't love yourself, then why the people will love you and fall in love with you? It's very important. So I feel that self-belief, self-love is the basic, the foundation of your skyrocketing building or whatever you're building in your life. So you first fall in love with yourself, and then after that you can take it forward. So now the people, they are like sometimes, but it could be like very terrible for you, because what happens when you become self-centered, then it becomes a kind of illness. Sometimes we heard that a story that a lion fell down actually in the well because he was a narcissist. Because so when you like are the self-centered, and when you try to just think about yourself only, then it again become your the turning point in your life, and where your growth stopped, like growth stopped. So don't become narcissist, but yeah, love yourself, self-believe, and this thing will take you forward in your life. Keep nurturing those habits, and for the underlying aspect of self-love and self-belief, just nurture them, cultivate them, and you will get benefited hugely in your life. Because I have seen that even the people, they do not have enough in their life, but they were persistent, they were aware about their talent and their caliber, aptitude, and they were stubborn, they were adamant to achieve that one, and they succeeded in achieving that target. So it's very important that self-love gives you the basic, the foundation, and it makes you stronger inherently. So do not. It's kind of a supplement, which is actually you have to build for yourself by you only. Yeah, thank you, Master. Back to you.
Excellent, sir. I completely resonate with you. If we're not able to love ourselves, we can't love others. So every love start from ourselves. It's very, very important, self-love. Otherwise, rest of the world not love ourselves. Wonderful perspective. I love you, sir, for such a wonderful thought sharing with us. Who want to go next? Okay, Ismail is ready. Now, your topic on the screen. Imagine for a moment you are in a vacation with your loved one near the sea beach, and just express your feelings. If you don't have any such a experience, just make a story and share with us.
Okay, so in a beach, right?
Yeah.
So 2 months ago, it was my vacation, and the best place for me to spend my vacation and my free time is definitely going to the beach. The beach is basically not very far from my home. This is probably just about 5 kilometers from my home. Sometimes I just go to the beach uh, by walking itself or jogging. Sometimes I go through cycling, and most of the time I go to the beach uh, with my family in a car. Uh, Most of the time I go to the beach during the night time. I like the beach during the night time, and also during the daytime. The daytime you get to see the sunrise, the beautiful sunrise, which is in the beach, and you really get to enjoy the vibe that you get, and the drinking the juices which are sold nearby the beach, especially the sugarcane juice and the various other drinks that are found in the beach. It really is an amazing experience, and I feel that we must try to make it a regular habit to go to the beach, especially uh, in the morning during the sun rays, and it will be a great experience for all of us. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Ismail, for such a wonderful incident you shared with us. Yes, Ismail, the sea beach also very, very close to my heart. I remember when I last time visited the Goa, it keeps reminds me the wonderful moment. Each and every moment I spend there is a very, very precious memory in my down memory lane. I love the way you express your thoughts on this topic. Now, who want to go next? Guest Ajay, you want to take? Okay. Ajay, this is special for you. today is propose day, and the boy is going to propose this girl. I hope it's remind any memory of your school days or college days. If accidentally you don't have, then make it.
Today proposed day or promise day?
Okay. I may be the mistake. You know better than me. Okay. Now you go with the theme of proposed.
Okay. After seeing the picture, I had remembered a story about the propose to one. But here I want to explain something. What is the propose? First, I believe. Suppose propose means that to build a belief in another's heart that I love her too much or I love him too much. It may be connected with any girlfriend, boyfriend, or mother, father also, I believe. I remember when first earned, it was 2016 maybe, when I first earned money, 500 rupees only from my tuition. At that time, I purchased a sari for my mom. Audible? Sorry. And the first time, I just placed that sari to my mom and made her happy. Okay. So this was the proposed day for me. This was the proposed day for me to my mom, because before that, I was not able to give her anything. I was not able to give her anything. So that shows a love, a affection between a mother and a son. So my mom still now carefully keep that sari, okay, because with my first income, it has made it. Maybe in later I can earn lakhs of rupees, I can gift her a lot of things, but that first thing, it's really a different one. And the next idea, next sector of this proposed day, I have remembered when I came in online. At that time, I had no money. So my beloved, you can understand who is my girlfriend or going to be would be. So she helped me. She gave me the money to purchase that course from the FAP. And after that, I have succeeded, and I had started. After 6 months, I had started the online journey also. And when I earned first money from the online, same 500 rupees, I just purchased a wrist watch for her and I gifted her. So my mom and my would-be both are equal to me, and I proposed both, but in different times and in the different situation and different perspective. That's
wow.
Thank you.
Wow, the way you come with this topic, nobody expect that the two perspective you can bring with the same topic. Wonderful thoughts. You, as well as not only your girlfriend, you bring your mother also, and you share the beautiful things any son can do to purchase a gift for his first income. It's an amazing thing. I love the way you explain it. Who want to go next? Uma ma'am or Amul Kai? Okay. Your topic is okay. This is the same topic. I am changing it. This is a picture of sunrise and sunset, and you are celebrating this moment with your dear one. You can share if you have similar experience. Otherwise, you come with a story. Amulla Kai, are you there?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. If possible, you can on video, switch on your video, if possible.
Sir, I cannot on my video, sir.
No issue,
Can
no
I
issue.
go
Please
ahead?
proceed. No
Can
issue.
I go
Please
ahead?
proceed.
looking at the picture, I have to go back to my memory lane 10 years back, which is truly coming into my picture now. This is 10 years back when I was married. I could able to imagine this particular picture with my husband. However, sunshine as well as I'm unable to do it, sir. Can I get any other?
Okay, no issue, no issue, no issue. I am giving to you. Is it okay? Snow is falling both side of road and your husband is walking. Is it okay? Or I will change it?
This is the first time I'm unable to do it.
Okay, I am giving you another topic. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
TM Kavya, please feel free to talk whatever
comes in
comes to your
mind.
mind. It's okay if it's not the most connected thing, because when you start out, that's how it feels like, especially since you've had a gap. You'll definitely feel that way. It's natural. Do talk whatever you feel like. That's totally fine. It need not be 100% connected to the topic. It's just to get you into the groove and the flow.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'll give it a try. Looking at the picture, I could see the smile on their face. So it is very important for every one of us to smile each day. As we already know, we as a person, we are the stories what we tell to ourselves every day. So every day after getting up from the bed, if you look at your mirror, what are the stories you tell to yourself is what you are. So always tell to yourself that smile is one of the most important and significant role it will be playing in making not only the early day in the morning, but the entire day. Where smile is one such kind of thing which have most and very important influence in making all our tasks in our day in a more efficient way. And more importantly, not only get smiling at our face each day in the mirror, we should be in such a position to spread our smiles to each and everyone to whom we connect with every day in our life. As far as my perspective is concerned, as I'm a professor, which every day I'll be dealing with so many number of students, always I strive to deliver such kind of content, such kind of knowledge and different elements in and around me through which I could able to spread the smiles, not only and see the smiles in my student face, which eventually give me so much of strength and passion to teach so many other new and innovative things to my students. And this will definitely have help me in keep going in my profession. Thank you so much, sir.
Wonderful, Team Kapia, wonderful. The way you come with full confidence, you bounce back and bang on. I love these ways you come back. Okay, I love your perspective, the way you explain with the smile and everything you connected with your experiences. Wonderful. Now, my next topic, who want to go next? It's a love of father and son.
Toastmaster Partha, I'm sorry, it's 8:32. If
okay, I'm finishing with my last topic.
Right. Okay.
Yes, this is my last topic. This is the love in between natures. Who want to go next? Anyone volunteer on? There is no one. Take it. Uma ma'am, Gayatri ma'am, anyone?
Hello? Anything else? Partho sir?
I want one volunteer want to say about this picture, though, who didn't attend till now.
I'm not able to see the picture, Partha.
Okay.
Just okay.
Is it not visible to ma'am?
Yeah, now it is visible.
Okay.
Just swipe it. Okay.
Is it those animals? Two squirrels?
Yes. They are in love.
Okay. Love is in the air. Yes, with Valentine's Day near, we can see all of us speaking about love. But how many of us look at these small things that go on in our daily life? Like in the picture which is shown, two squirrels looking at each other, the two sparrows kissing each other, the two rabbits kissing each other. We feel so lovely when they are doing that. So animals also show expressions of love. And daily in our window, there are two pigeons which come and make noise, and they show love to each other. It gets irritated to us sometimes listening to those noises. But then, if you just listen keenly to them, they are also expressing their love. But we should open our ears and heart to listen to that. That's all. We feel irritated, but animals also need something to express. And that is the way of showing their love, by making those noises. And we as human beings fail to understand that. When we start appreciating, yes, they also need to show love to each other, we will just not mind those voices and be quiet. Sometimes I go ahead and shoo them away, saying, go away from here. But then now onwards, I think I will give them their space, because everybody needs that expression of love. If we human beings need, those animals need too. So we have to give space to everyone, understand, and then the world will be a lovely place to live in. I'm sure you'll understand that. What about you, Toastmaster Partha?
Super amazing. I have no what to say more about that. The way you express everything. Okay, ma'am. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for giving your valuable expression and thoughts regarding this picture. You have properly justified this picture with your words. Now we are out of time, so it's time to back this control of this meeting to the TMOD.
Thank you, Table Topic Master Partha. Your session is always amazing. Like, you always bringing a new presentation, and it is always thought provoking. Thank you for so much for that. I hope everybody would have enjoyed that. Now I would like to let's get back to our theme. Now I would like to relate love emotion with other positive things. So to be successful, we need good people around us who can think out of their box. They inspire you to do things what you love, or love what you do. Like, we need to go and explore our love, dream, and passion, right? Like, because life is so short. So we do anything with love and dedication, it will not be work anymore. With that, we can achieve anything in our life. So without any delay, I would like to let's enter into the third section of our meeting, the evaluation section. For that, I would like to call DTM Gayatri ma'am for the evaluation section. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sibi. Folks, this is the evaluation segment, and this is always the most important. Not that the others are not important, but this is perhaps the most relevant, because we all need feedback to grow. Therefore, the evaluation segment becomes important, because at every evaluation segment, an evaluator gives the speaker some feedback about how he or she did in the speech, and the areas that need to be improved, hoping that the next time he or she gives the speech, there will be certain improvements. So here we are going to start off with one speech evaluation. Following that, my tag team will present the report. And then after that, the general evaluator, as general evaluator, I will be presenting my general report. So to evaluate or give an evaluation of our speaker, Toastmaster Pavitra as evaluator, Toastmaster Nitya, what have you for us in store? What would you like to give her as feedback? Over to you.
Okay. Life is like an ocean. Waves try to knock us down, but once we fight the waves and come out, it is all success. Now, this was the quote that really stood out to me out of everything that TM Pavitra spoke. She spoke a lot of amazing things, but this really stood out to me because it brought out the resilient nature of life like nothing else did. And that alone is a very big plus point, I would say. Like, the usage of quotes is the first thing I would like to talk about a speech. Now, among other commendations is the first thing. Now, apart from that, a few salient features I noticed were that she kept it very interactive and engaging all through. She asked questions from the audience. Now, that's not something we expect of an icebreaker speech, since it's not something a lot of us are aware of. when we start out. So that was the very interesting point that I had noted, because she kept the audience engaged with a hook from time to time, and she also took us through various stages of her life. Her speech title very aptly sort of correlated with what she spoke. She took us through a journey of life through various stages, from as a child to as an adult, as a teenager, as an adult, and so on. And apart from that, she was pretty candid about what she felt, and she expressed herself very clearly. And apart from that, she was clear. So to sum it up, I would say she was clear, engaging, and kept it interesting throughout. Now, these are the commendations. To make this speech even more amazing, there are a few recommendations that she can adopt going forward. One thing is standing up and delivering a speech. Yes, we are using a virtual podium, no doubt, but I would say standing up and giving a speech creates better impact. This is applicable for all of us. So this is something we can all consciously try to do. Because what happens is, when you stand up and start giving a speech, your hand gestures also automatically come out the perfect way. So I would, as a byproduct of her sitting and speaking, I feel her hand gestures weren't very clear. So couple of things she can work on is, one is definitely standing up and speaking, the other is hand gestures, and the third thing is to position the system better, so that it seems like she has direct eye contact with the audience. It's again something we all are working on. It's a point she can adopt. And a suggestion I would give is for her to practice standing up and adjusting and talking. So, I mean, it's a first speech, so she'll definitely go a long way with all of this. To sum it all up, it was a very effective first speech. And I hope she has a very, very fruitful journey at Toastmasters going forward. All the best, TM Pavitra. An amazing speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for the evaluation, Toastmaster Nitya. Now, I would like to request the tag team. We will begin with the grammarian. I missed out introducing our wonderful grammarian, who is also SpeakMagic Toastmasters Table Topics champion. Toastmaster Uma, as grammarian, what have you to share with us in your evaluation as a grammarian about the language of this entire meeting? Over to you.
Good evening, General Evaluator and Toastmasters and guests. It was a wonderful educational session, I should say, and also the table topic speeches and the prepared speech. I was bowled over by everything, and everyone were just splendid, I should say. My life is a constant battle wanting to correct grammar and to have friends. So since I was occupied listening to all of you, I thought I should make note of the good words, quotations, and the word of the day was inconvincible, which I had posted on the chat, but nobody used it. That's okay. And the good words were TMODCB used words like vision, passion, and then follow your passion, love for cricket, don't chase success, achieve excellence. Failure is part of success. And then Toastmaster Pavitra used words like enlighten, tanglish, prominent, taken aback, flunk, on cloud nine, right path, monetary basis. Life happens as at its own pace. Life is like the ocean, it will knock you down. And then TM Partha used picture tells 1,000 words. Toastmaster Nitya, pattern, interviewing, perspectives, chemistry, aesthetics, feel. And then one of the speakers used aptitude, foundation. And Ajay said, first thing is always really different, and words like perspective, proposal. And one of the speakers could have some words like could and able to. They are modals and they should not be used together. That is the one thing which I observed. So either you should use could or able to. You should not say could able to. That is one of the mistake I observed. And otherwise, all the speakers and table topics speakers were excellent. As an counter, I had to observe the filler words and also the crutch words. So I could not note down how many of them used what. But I would like to say that when you take pauses in between, that will help you to reduce the crutch words and fillers. So wishing all of you all the very best, and hope I did the role, did some justice to the role.
No, Toastmaster Uma, you did not do justice. You absolutely did perfect job. That is beyond justice. As a grammarian, you did exactly what you were expected to and went 2 steps beyond. The amount of words, the number of words that you have taken note of, probably as grammarian, I would not have. But I will retain all my compliments when I give my general evaluation. Now, the next part is as an R counter. While you may not have counted the R's, by that, you decide who is the king of R's or the queen of R's with the maximum R's. But then you covered up everything by suggesting a way, which is probably what evaluation is all about. And you did double justice to that role as well. Kudos to you. With that, I now move on to the role of the timer, which I did. It is a challenge. I'd like to make a mention of people who have spoken in the table topics. Toastmaster Nitya for 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Toastmaster Jay, 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Toastmaster Ismail, 1 minute and 10 seconds. Toastmaster Ajay Ghosh, he went for about 2 minutes and 44 seconds, but I think I will add the presiding officer. Toastmaster Nitya could decide whether the timing for Toastmaster Ajay Ghosh as a guest could be relaxed so that he can participate in the best table topic speaker segment. And this is how you ask permission in front of everybody. So Toastmaster Nitya cannot say no. What would you suggest, Toastmaster Nitya?
Okay. Do I have to say it right away? It's not a problem, ma'am. We can definitely go ahead.
This is how a presiding officer gives an official permission. I should say as general evaluator, but I've done that job. Right, now that the tag team is done, let me come upon my role as the general evaluator. The meeting started almost 7 minutes beyond the time, but we were waiting for people to come. I wish our participants and more people come in a little earlier so that we are able to start on schedule. But for the fact that we have reached 8 o'clock and 45 minutes beyond that, we should have started 8:30. As Toastmaster DTM Gayatri, member of SpeakMagic Toastmasters Club, I would like to propose that our meeting, since it's already continuing, that it continues till almost 8:55, when probably we will close. Can someone second my proposal?
I second your proposal.
Right. So officially we are on track. This is how a parliamentary procedure in a Toastmasters meeting moves. A member proposes and a second person accepts it. Now, in the general evaluation, let's continue with that. While the timing can be taken care of, I'd like to make a note of certain points which have to be appreciated. The fact that Toastmaster Sibi had wonderful thoughts on the topic that he had chosen. And although I wish he had worn a really bright red shirt, this being your theme of Valentine, but the fact that it was a little shade of red, we will accept. But you did a great job. The fact that you had a couple of pictures to present to talk about love from a different perspective. And every time everyone talks of Valentine's Day, everybody immediately thinks of fancy relationships, girlfriend, boyfriend, lover, etc. But the fact that you went beyond it, you looked at a job, you looked at passions, that speaks volumes of your thinking. Thank you so much for such an innovative thought process in your topic. Kudos to you. The second person I would like to thank would be definitely our table topics master. The fact that he had those wonderful pictures and the titles that he had expected people to speak about them, the kind of homework that a table topic master has to do, he did justice to that. Very well done, very well conducted. And although we were able to stop only at 8:30, the fact that you were able to get everybody to speak, that speaks volumes of your commitment to give opportunities to people to come up and speak. And the fact that you were encouraging, that was very good to see. So that's another thing to appreciate. The third thing to appreciate would be our speaker. How can I forget Toastmaster Pavitra? Wonderful. Congratulations. You opened your innings. Now the road has just opened up. Let's go marching through. You've got good people here to support you at every step. Just reach out. We are all just a call or a message away. And we are always there to support our young Toastmasters. Toastmaster Nitya's evaluation was on point. Obviously, the points need to be taken care of. And I'm looking forward, as a member of this particular club, I'm looking forward to seeing you grow. The next person I would like to appreciate is going to be our grammarian. That's why I left half of it. But I think I did just the 75%. Let me continue with it. The fact that she can come up with so many words, not only in the way that she did her role as a grammarian, but the fact that as a curator, she wrote down the points of the speaker of the educational segment. The fact that she summarized, I have it in my mail. That was open to me, so I have noted it down. Definitely, I'm going to see that it gets published in our WhatsApp group, because these are all points and pointers that we should, nuggets of knowledge we should never miss out on. Now, where all can we improve? Obviously, as a sergeant at arms, I could have done a better job. I was hunting on the screen for a presentation for which I was not able to do because sharing rights were not given. The fact is that host rights need to be ready with us right in the beginning, will help us to avoid so many issues. Later, we were able to get it done, but if we get it done earlier, on time or earlier, I think we can get the job done very satisfactorily. And that is how, in the middle of our educational session, that is when the live went off on YouTube. Now, areas to improve may be this one, but let me go back to the beginning when we had an educational segment, because I cannot miss that. Then I will come back. Even though it was not getting recorded, even though there was no live telecast, the educational speaker who happened to be a guest at that time was not phased and did an excellent job delivering the speech that she was ready with, and she did an excellent job. I'm sure we made all notes. All of us made the notes, and we are going to be working on those. And all those pointers, when they are shared, automatically become useful to us. Now, coming back to some more areas of improvement, as a tag team leader, as the general evaluator, when I introduced the team, I did not introduce Toastmaster Uma as the grammarian, and I did not ask her to speak. So that I need to work on. This is something that the general evaluator needs to work on. The second part is, whenever there is an error, whenever there is a mistake, whenever there is something that is overcome, we need to know how to cover this up so that there is no problem at the end, that everybody doesn't know. Nobody noticed until I said. This is how we work. We need to cover up and see that everything gets seamlessly covered, and nobody knows how many things may have gone wrong, but they were all nicely patched up and it went on without a hitch. Now that is something I'm taking back with me. The final part would be the meeting starts on time and ends on time. That's perhaps the only thing that I have to say. But as always, our table topic speakers took the cake, took the scene, they stole the show. They, as always, table topic segment is an exciting thing, and I have to make a special mention about Toastmaster Ajay, who did a wonderful job. And how can I forget Toastmaster Jay? And how can I forget Toastmaster Amula? You may have spoken after an interval, but when you started, it's always the starting trouble. Once we start, we get through. And as always, Toastmaster Uma did her best. Toastmaster Ismail as well. That I come to the end of the general evaluation segment. And evaluation is a time, a GE role is to give positive feedback and provide areas of improvement, very similar to what is speech evaluation. There are no judgments because we are all learning. I'm also learning. Tag team is new for me, and I will be doing my best in the next time I take up this role. The fact that we are able to accept all our errors, all our shortcomings, and we improve over time, that's the purpose of the general evaluation. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That is wonderful evaluation session. Now, I would like to conclude my session by mentioning few points about self-love. A person who practices self-love will never depend on anything. It's like empowering feeling to be happy on the inside. Self-love is not being selfish, just putting ourselves first and not being too tough on ourselves. So next time when you hear a little voice in your head telling that you are not good enough or you cannot afford to make any mistakes, just ignore it. We all like to spread love. Do we produce for our own self? By asking this, I'm just concluding my session. Thank you so much for listening to me. I would like to hand over to Presiding Officer TM Nitya.
Thank you, TM ODCB. You did a fabulous job for a first timer. I'm hoping to see you take up TM OD more number of times now that you're familiar with it. An amazing performance. So I've launched the polls for the best speaker and best evaluator. It's just one each, so I'm not launching a poll for the remaining categories. I've launched and I've shared the form on our chat. Kindly vote. We've got only 4 responses so far. We need another 4. At least we need 8 people to announce the results. So please vote. So as we vote, I would like to take this time to talk about a few things and a few announcements. And also over to before we go over and talk to the guests, I would like to give a couple of announcements. So one is that our international speech contest and TT contest, as you're aware, because we had the education session this week and last week, the contest is coming. Tentatively, the date is on 25th of February. So I would request all of you to get ready. The eligibility for the prepared speeches is that we have to complete level 2. So maybe not everyone would be eligible. For the TT contest, there's no such restriction. So I urge everyone to come forward and add your names. I've launched the roll call, or however you can call it. I've launched a list in the WhatsApp group. So please add your names to whatever contest you can take part in. Like for TT, you don't have eligibility. Everyone can give your name. And for those of you who are not sure whether you want to participate in either, you have yet another category called role players. So just like you are the role players here, you can be a role player for the table topic contest, and it's just 2 weeks away. So I request everyone to fill up the roll calls as soon as you can, so that we'll be able to figure out the logistics of the whole event. Those are the couple of announcements that I want to make. Let's be active on it this week, and I'm hoping more people come forward and register your names. And before I announce the results, I would really like to hear from the guests as to what they feel about the meeting. Toastmaster Sendil, Toastmaster Jay, guest Ajay, please come forward and let us know what you feel.
Should I go first?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, it was a great experience. My perspective of education session has really started to change after visiting your club and your club's education session. And today I saw something unique. Like when education session happens, it usually happens like, they come prepared with the content, they give the content, they elaborate on it, and then they go on for a Q&A session, covering up what are the doubts that lies in the audience mind. But today she did it the other way around. At first, when she started the session, she asked what are the things that you are finding it difficult in the table topics, and then she kind of took the session in such a way that all of the questions get answered. So it was beautifully done, and she had cleared all the doubts in everybody's mind. So it was a great way of doing a session, and I was quite impressed by that. And second thing is, as Gayatri ma'am did her general evaluation, the way she explained this parliamentary proceeding, it was like she is doing it right in front of her eyes and then explaining, this is the way you should ask for it when you want to extend the timeline. This is the way you should ask for it when time elapse has to be considered for voting or not. It is a kind of a learning that I would definitely take to my club. we don't have this kind of proceedings as of now in our club. We don't follow it. We take it as our privilege. We run it as long as we desire. But I'm sure that I will go on and implement all these things in my club. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your takeaways. Thank you so much, yes, TM Sendil. Would guest Ajay like to talk? Please come forward, please.
Yeah. Actually, really, I have learned a lot of things from here. First of all, I want to say that all the persons played their role in a very well manner. That's really a great thing. And especially, I love the role of Gayatri ma'am, because the whole meeting she explained in a way. So I just amazed, because I am also conducting this kind of meeting now. So I'm amazed that how is it possible to go through the whole session, about everyone's role, everything in this detailed manner. And Uma ma'am, I don't want to say anything about more Uma ma'am, because I know her personally a lot, and she takes the notes, a lot of words, those things really amazed, because this shows the seriousness of those members. Because when all those members will be in the present in the meeting, what I feel here, that they are present in the meeting, their mind is totally present here. It's not like that they joined the meeting and they are thinking about the other thing or doing other tasks. Someone called me, that's why I'm joined, it's my responsibility. It's not like that. They play their role in a very well manner. That's the beauty of this today's session, what I feel. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and a wonderful table topic from your side too. We're looking to see you more in our future meetings as well. Please do attend our meetings. In the paucity of time, I think let's announce the results. Okay. For the primary role player, it's
Nitya, did we ask Toastmaster Jay to speak, because he's coming for the first time?
Okay. That's why I mentioned paucity of time. Not sure if we have enough time left, but
no, I would like to propose as a member of this 5 minutes more extension to our meeting. Somebody please.
Sure. Toastmaster Jay, would you like to talk?
Yes, thank you. It was really nice to be here today. I'm the first time here, and the way I have been actually adopted here, basically, it was fantastic. The way General Evaluator, he made us special, and from everyone, speakers, like they were great, the role players, even the TTM, and the first speech was given by TM Pavitra. Even that was awesome. And yeah, I would like to be here every time. That's why when I joined, I was asking like, could you join me in your WhatsApp group? Because I want to be every time in that group. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jay. Before we go ahead with the results, I would also like to take a minute to credit everyone who's made the meeting that it is. So the educational speaker, for sure, she did a fabulous job, gave us amazing points on what we need to work on. And I mean, it goes without saying at this point, DTM Gayatri ma'am keeps on giving us so much of value to add every time, both in whatever role she dons every time. And now this time it's been G and timer. Again, another veteran, Uma Nataraj ma'am, like she's always brought in a lot of value to whatever she does. And this time as well, it's no surprise. And another veteran yet again, TTM Partha sir, because he's so good at this role. I've never seen him bring out banal topics. Like most of his topics are just out of the box. Like these are topics I would not think about, or the way he presents them. I think a round of applause for him for consistently bringing out amazing table topics every single time and being an amazing table topic master in the first place. We would really want you to interact as much as you can, because we know like certain meetings you're not able to make it. We totally get it, but we would really like your participation more in this meeting, sir, because you add a lot more value to everything. So please do attend more meetings as much as you can. I understand you have your professional commitments. And Toastmaster Pavitra, because she gave her first speech, definitely kudos to that for her for having chosen to start her journey finally. Because a lot of people take a lot of time before making their first step. That's the thing. And last but not the least, Toastmaster of the day, CB, when I asked him to take up a different role apart from timer. Timer is his comfort zone. When I told him I suggested that he had to take up a different role, he very bravely came forward and took up TMOD. So again, a very big round of applause for that. It takes a lot of guts to come out of a comfort zone and deliver on a particular role. You did a fabulous job today. So congrats to everybody who's done amazingly well today. Let's go and without much ado, let's just announce the results for the day. The best primary role player is Toastmaster Partha Bhattacharya, the table topic master. The best auxiliary role player is grammarian Uma Natraj ma'am. And then the best table topic speaker is again Uma Natraj ma'am. So it's a double bonanza for her this time. Congrats to all the winners. And as the presiding officer, I would like to officially declare the meeting as closed. The floor is, however, open to any